What's up, everybody? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. You guys can check them out in the description to this video. They help us make these videos possible, so I want to show them some love. Go check them out there. And before we get started today, we have a special new guest that we're going to have on today's show and every Tuesday from now on. So I want to introduce you guys to our new broadcast meteorologist, Christine. So I'm going to let her hop on and say some words about herself.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Christine and I'll be with you guys on Tuesday and just giving you guys the forecast for the noon forecast and also just doing some social media posts. So I'll see you guys on the social media platforms and here on the live and answering any of your questions. And yeah, I go to OU meteorology. I'm going to be a senior next fall, so I'm about to finish up my junior year, and I'm from Oklahoma. So I'm from the metro area, and so yeah, this is really close to home, and I love just everything about hail trace and just national weather. I'm used to the Oklahoma weather with the tornadoes and just everything being different every other day. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. I love broadcast. I love communicating things to people, and just I want to grow in that. And yeah, I'm just really excited to communicate with you guys and give you guys the weather. That's something that I'm really passionate about, and just bridging that gap between science and other people who may not know so much about what's really going on. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I hope you guys enjoy everything that I am doing for you. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Christine. Yeah. All right, so you guys will be seeing more of her every Tuesday, so make sure to tune in then. And we're really looking forward to working with you, Christine. It's going to be great. So tune in this summer. Going to be lots of fun stuff coming up. So now for our weather headlines, we're just going to jump right into it. We have scattered storms starting out today, and then tomorrow things could pick up a little bit more through the Central Plains for both. So we're going to talk about what could be potentially a complicated setup, and we'll get into it all. And then after that, we've got your roofing forecast. If you're in Denver, Dallas, or OKC, we got your next day's weather coming at you here at the end of our show. So one more thing before we get into our weather, come see us at the Atlas All-Stars Stadium Tour. It is going on all summer between now and August 17th. So we got a ton of stadiums and venues that we're going to be at. Derek is the keynote speaker, and we got some really cool giveaways going on with that as well. So we're excited to see your smiling faces at the Atlas All-Stars Stadium Tour. Now into our weather. We got a lot of cloud cover over the Mountain West, clearing down south, so that could potentially help us out. Again, cloud cover once you get up into the northern plains, and we're starting to see that front make its way over the Rocky Mountains, creeping into the Central Plains area. So we'll start to see some storms starting up with that tonight. Now, you can see the temperature gradient there. I mean, it's 70 in Denver, but much, much colder once you get west of the Rockies. So that front is on its way through, trying to make its way over the mountains and into the plains for tonight. Staying nice and warm out ahead of it. 74 degrees in Atlanta, 73 in Houston, 68 in Kansas City. Really nice across the southern and central plains today. Super dry too. 35-degree dew points in St. Louis. Again, the closer those are to our temperatures, the more humid and muggy it feels outside. So feeling pretty sticky once you get down into South Texas, but still pretty nice through most of the southern plains. Now, if you've watched us before, those dew points coupled with the high temperatures, coupled with the front, generally means we could get some storms, get some instability, right? But that humid weather really isn't making its way far up into the Central Plains today, so that could be a problem for today, potentially tomorrow. The setup overall looks pretty decent. I mean, we have this trough that's getting, again, ready to make its way over the Rocky Mountains and then eventually into the southern plains. For tomorrow, there it is at noon with a cold front in Nebraska through Kansas and starting to get ready to push down into the central plains, the southern plains. So we could get some storm chances out ahead of that with that trough that's going to be deepening through Thursday. But can we get enough instability up north, and will the cap stay away? We're having capping issues today, which Christine did a story, so go ahead and watch that about what the cap is. But basically it just suppresses storms from forming, and that's what we have through Oklahoma and Texas right now. This is our instability, so it's the opposite of the cap, and so those two are going to be kind of fighting each other, those two forces, to try to form storms or try to suppress them. And right now, even though instability is looking pretty good for today, it's looking like the cap might be a little stronger through Texas and Oklahoma. Now up through the central and more northern parts of the plains, we do have enough instability to potentially get us some storms into today and tonight. So here's what this all looks like. The NAM and the HRRR, the two different models, are just showing completely different results. NAM thinks the cap is going to break and get us storms all the way down through Texas. There we are by 6 p.m. with some isolated cells. If that happens, we could potentially get some large hail just for a short period of time before it tracks towards the I-35 corridor into tonight. Now, if the HRRR, the HRRR, whatever, wins out, then we could potentially have more storms forming up towards the northern part of the plains, and we could see more cells tracking up through the Nebraska and Iowa corridor there. But that's what the NAM shows so far, just a couple tracking up towards Omaha, and then this line moving just north of Des Moines, and then moving out of the way by tomorrow morning. So we're going to see what happens into today, but there is a potential for some isolated cells forming all the way down that whole Central Plains corridor, potentially forming some severe hail as well as some high winds. So for hail, just keeping it at quarters, not a ton of forcing from that cold front quite yet. But if you guys are anywhere from Abilene up to Elk City, Dodge City, you guys could see some severe stones, as well as Salina, Omaha, Lincoln, just to the east of North Platte, could potentially get some severe hail into today. Then for wind, going to be pretty similar, but now we're including the Rocky Mountains. So we got some, as that cold front makes its way over the mountains, it's going to roll down and cause some high winds, basically rolling off the mountains into the Wyoming and western Nebraska area. So again, if you guys are in Abilene, Elk City, Woodward, Dodge City, all that good stuff, you guys could potentially see some high winds with some very isolated cells. And then more of a bulk of a wind threat through the northern part of our swath here, with the main part of that system driving through. So if you guys are from Casper to North Platte, all the way into Des Moines, could potentially see some severe gusts with a cluster of storms that's moving through your area. Then into tomorrow, the threat continues. So we could potentially see now that cold front really making its way through the plains, producing some solid hail, potentially all the way from Des Moines down into the central plains and southern plains. So with any of those isolated cells, again, could see a tornado threat as well as some large hail, potentially greater than golf ball size. Then it's going to quickly form into a line, and then we get a wind threat as well as a residual tornado threat out of that line as that continues to track off eastward into Illinois and spreading down to the southeast or southwest. Then down through Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, there is a potential that, again, we'll get some isolated cells that are going to try to make their way up towards the city, fizzling out just before they get there, and then we'll get more supercell activity all along the I-70 corridor with a chance for hail, with a chance for tornadoes before we see more of a band making its way into, I won't say the name, but by 4 a.m., tracking over and into Missouri by around 7 with a wind threat as well as potential tornadoes. So for your hail forecast, going to leave it at golf balls for right now. There is potential that we could see some really large hail tomorrow after that cap breaks, but it just depends on where those discrete isolated cells form. So we'll have updates for you guys for tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. But anywhere from, again, Des Moines all the way down into Elk City could see some large hail with those initially isolated cells. Then for wind, going to continue that threat into, all the way from Minnesota down into Texas. So pretty expansive here, most of the central plains in the risk to potentially see high winds. So again, Elk City all the way up into now Sioux Falls, eastward into Des Moines. You guys could see some high winds with initial supercell storms as well as bands that form after they kind of organize themselves together. Then last but not least, we got a tornado threat for you guys as well, pretty much in the same area as our hail and tornado threats. Just with any mode of storm that forms, we could see some rotation along that cold front. So Elk City, Dodge City, Salina, all the way up into Des Moines. You guys have to pay attention tomorrow, basically. It could be a pretty busy day for you guys. So leaving you alone with the roofing forecast there, Oklahoma City tomorrow is going to be really nice temperature-wise. We're going to wait all the way up to 80 degrees by 6 p.m. I don't know, I like it warm, so I think 80 degrees sounds great. A little bit of wind working with throughout the day, so if you guys are up on any roofs, stay tuned for that. Like, be aware, it could be some gusts that you're working with. But overall, really nice and warm and only partly cloudy, so should be really nice in Oklahoma City. Dallas is pretty much the same, 81, so just a touch higher for their high temperatures into tomorrow. Partly cloudy, and then falling down into the low 70s into the overnight hours. So beautiful for you guys in Dallas, not as much wind to work with either. And then last but not least, again, Denver. You guys will be dealing with a little bit of rain into tomorrow, so showers starting after 6 p.m. with some lower temperatures, getting only up into the high 50s for tomorrow. So could be a little bit chillier, a little bit of rain that you guys are working with. Try to get out there early probably if you're getting on any roofs. Beat that rain and that cold weather that's coming through. So that's what we have for you guys today. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. Smash that subscribe button everywhere else. Then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com. Check out our website, hailtrace.com, or scan that QR code up above me. Click that link in our description, and it'll take you to sign up for our products or get a demo. So we're excited to hear from you guys, and we'll be back with more info on your weather. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.